So welcome to my tutorial of how to place a watermark onto your image. Now, before we get started, I do want to say how cute is this doodle? This is this is Esme. You can follow her at Ezzy Doodle on on Instagram, and Dana did a great job at taking this lovely photo, and it's a great photo to show you how to put on a watermark because it has light on one side and dark on another. And so with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to be using Dana's logo that I created for her, and she loves it, and I'm happy to hear that. So what you're going to do, now I'm on a MacBook Pro, and so if you have a PC at home, this should be very similar, but if not, then all you need to probably do is go up to like a help button and just find the word place. Place, okay? That's really all you need. So you're gonna go File, Place. Now my Finder already opens up to the folder that I need. So now if you're going with a graphic designer, it is best to ask them for a PNG file with a transparent background. If you do not have a PNG file with a transparent background, then it's a little bit more difficult, but I'm going to show you that with a JPEG as well. I'm going to open up 3 different files. You guys don't have to, you'd be just opening one, which is your logo. However, there's 3 different logos here. I have one that's white, one that is black, and one that has the white background. So I'm going to show you how to do that with all of these. Okay, so we've got the black one. It's going to open up just like this. I have it where you always see the transform little guides here. Up over in this corner it says show transform controls, and I love having those because that just helps me. But all you need to do is click on this corner, press shift, and you'll be able to, it's thinking about it, you'll be able to make it smaller, just like this. Now, I personally like to have my logos down in the corner. You can make this as small as you want it to be, or heck, as big as you want it to be. Alright, it's really up to your discretion on what you want. Now, the biggest part about placement of your logo is what kind of image do you have? Do you have a very light image like this side, or do you have a very dark image kind of like this side? Now, if you have a dark image and a dark logo, I will show you what's going to happen. Boom, you cannot see it. Now, if you unrasterize the image, which means that if you make it bigger again, if I make this bigger again, it will not be pixelated. However, I'm going to undo what I just did. If I rasterize it by just clicking on it with the erase tool, if I make this bigger, it's going to be pretty pixelated, as you can see. But if you unrasterize it and you don't have another option, you can just do Command I and it will make the image white for you. Now, as you can see, the heart has turned red because I pretty much just inverted this image. If that truly bugs you, unfortunately, there's no way around that unless you replace the image, just cut out that heart and put it back there. That's why if you have a graphic designer or making one yourself, make sure you make one that is both black and white, a logo. So that is showing you the placement of originally a black one. But I'm going to go down and file, place a white logo as well. Now, a lot of people like to do something like this for their Instagram or when advertising, things like that, which is completely fine. You can see Dana pretty well over here, and photography is great. This logo right here is okay to have over the whole entire image. However, if I make it smaller, it is not going to show up as well, if you can see. Well, if you can't see, you can't see. This one might be okay on this side right here. Still pretty faint, But if you want to be noticed even more, just bring it on over to the dark side. Um, so that is how you place a PNG file. Now, not everybody has a PNG file, unfortunately, and some designers or some people save their logos as JPEGs. So that's what I'm going to show you. I've got a JPEG right here. All right, it's going to open up all nice and pretty. Now with this, there's a couple things what you can do. One, you can just go straight down to multiply, and boom, the background is gone. And you can just make it smaller from there. And that's the easiest way to do that. Now, if you want to make this, if you want to make it a white logo, just like we did before, you do have to rasterize the image. Just going over, taking the eraser, clicking on the image. And now what you're going to do, instead of multiply, you're going to do lighten. And then you're going to do Command I. So what you just did is you inverted it, so now the background's technically black. And because of that, the lighten takes away any of the black and leaves the white. Whereas multiply takes away any of the white and leaves the black. Now that's the easiest way to do this. And replace the image. If you cannot figure out how to do that, there is a slightly more difficult way. You're going to take that eraser tool, you're going to rasterize this image. Going to go over to this quick select tool, click on the white, it'll select a part of the white right there. You're going to go select, similar, it's going to highlight all of the white for you. Now, easiest thing ever, press the delete button. And boom, you've got the background. Now you can see if you zoom in, there is kind of a little bit of a white outline. And from there, I mean, you won't really be able to notice it all that much, especially when you make it smaller. But just like that. Now you can see this little bit of white right over here. All you gotta do is take the eraser tool and erase it. Boom. Now, biggest thing when sizing down your images, like so, make sure you do it while holding the shift button. If you do not, you're going to be making your logo stretch in ways that it shouldn't. Hitting shift, I believe that's on all computers, it should be. If not, then if you're on a PC, kind of figure out which key helps it to lock in place. If you don't do that and you stretch it out like this, I know as a graphic designer I would be very, very, very upset if I saw this on someone's image. But that is how you put a logo on your image, right? Simple, easy, and you're good to go. Just save your image. Make sure that you label that it is watermarked. Do not save it over your original image. If you did, there's very difficult ways to take it off. You'll have to clone it out if you save it over your original image. But voila! And again, this is the cutest doodle I've ever seen as a doodle on Instagram. All right, have a wonderful day, guys.